Hello, this is Tamara Fleming, and I'm the author of upSwing, 80 Mindful Practices to Shift Your Life from Blues to Bliss. And I want to do this video today on the story behind upSwing because I think it will have value to you as a person if you're in transition, or if you're just coming out of transition, or if you're just going into transition. There are transitions and calls for change, and then there are really big transitions where you have to change. And the upSwing book is the outcome of a tool that I created for myself and for others as I was going into my deepest, darkest night of the soul. Now, not everybody needs to go into a dark night of the soul. I just want to say that. But you do sometimes go into shallow ones as you go through your life, and then there are certain times and certain people that go through extraordinarily deep, dark nights of the soul where your total existence comes undone, unshackled from what you knew, what you believed, and you have to rewire and re-gear yourself. So what I want to tell you, and I want to show you this too, this is called a soul lock, and I wore it for this particular video because in Thailand, I got it in a Thailand from a jewelry artist there. They have really, really big ones and whole many pieces to them. And what they do with them is they lay them on a person who is sick to lock their soul, symbolize locking their soul to their body so that they can heal and stay intact with their soul. Very, very interesting. So I'm wearing it today symbolically because in my dark night of the soul, I went through so many variations of body issues that I really remembered this, and I felt like, oh my God, please keep my soul and my body intact so that I can make it through this whole entire thing. Well, I'm proof to you right now that I did make it through the whole entire thing. But the upSwing book is becoming a life of its own. So let me tell you how it started. It started in 2015 when I was just starting into my dark night. And I was writing daily messages as part of a program that I was launching, as a part of something that was literally keeping me afloat during that period of time. So this whole time, the upSwing book has been a tool for me and a way to talk to myself, to bring me back on track, and to not let me fall too far down the rabbit hole. So I wrote those 90 daily messages, and I had them. A few people have seen those. And then on early in the spring this year, I said, I have a lot of content and it can certainly help people. So let me get it out and look at it. So I printed out those 90 days, and I had some people looking at it. Another friend of mine was looking at it also, laid them out on the bed finally and said, yes, this is a book. And what's the purpose and the mission of this becoming a book? Well, it is that it can help people come out of the dark night. It can help people when they're in a deep state of transition. And my whole sole purpose on this planet is transformational work with people. So I said yes, and I got an opportunity to write a book in 30 days, and I said yes, 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 and I started writing. But here's the magical thing that you need to know. When I was writing the upSwing book, I started getting downloads or channels of information that were not necessarily from even my higher self. They were things that I should be saying in the book. And so my keyboard started to write at times very automatically, and that information came through into the book. As I continued to write the book, and it was definitely a 14 to 16 hour day endeavor, I began to get into this state of flow that was connected to what I've been talking about, which is the creative flow of all that is. And that information started coming through in the best of my ability to translate it, because I'm certainly not the best translator in the world, but I was trying to create it so that it was simple, most simple to understand and easy to do. And so I just wanted to tell you all that's what's in the book. The book is, I definitely hold the framework for it, but the content for it is from spirit. It's from all that is. It's from the allowance of letting information that wanted to come through to anyone who wanted to pick up the book and use it, and to be able to change their life or hold a frame when they're in transition. I just want to say this too, that I have a few people that are reading this and following the book and the videos, and they are in the dark night of the soul right now. And it is of great comfort that I find that the book is helping them in some form or another as they're finding their way through the dark night. If you have not yet gone through a dark night, if you're in a dark night or you're approaching one, just know this: you can make it through. You can make it through the dark night of the soul, and you can soar and fly. That's the purpose of it. That's what it's for. It nearly took me out completely. I went down, and I don't know if I'll write a book about that in the future, possibly, but I went down so far into the dark night that really human life didn't really matter. I had been to high heights, I had been into the state of bliss, and I had been to the depths of darkness. So in my life experience, I had been to the extremes. So I was now choosing what I wanted to do with my life. Okay. Now, I want to say this, that there are a few things that I've learned in this journey that I think would be valuable for you to hear again or to just remind yourself of. One of them is that your life is 100% your responsibility, that everything in your life that you do is 100% your responsibility. And the word responsibility sounds so punitive, but really, when you know that when you take 100% responsibility for your life force, what begins to happen is you begin to understand who you truly are in your heart, in your God self, in your source, in your body, in your cells. You begin to understand who you are. If you don't take responsibility, you stay in victimhood and you stay out there on a realm that's just messy and not fun. So that's one of them that I want to share with you. Another one is, it's your journey. No one else is going to have your unique journey. It's yours. So that goes along with the 100% responsibility. There's no one out there that can tell you how this journey is going to go. You're the one that decides your destiny. And that it's there to help you let go of what you are not. So if you're going into the dark and it just seems murky and bad and weird and ugly, it's there to show you that that's what you are not. You are not that. You are completely the opposite of that. So that's the juxtaposition, I suppose. And that it's happening because it's your life purpose. And your life purpose is to show you your potential. As a human being, you're here to experience anything you want to experience, to show you how deep and wide and broad and magnificent your potential is. It's here, the dark nights are here to show you how bright you are. And let's see. Yeah, it's not out there, it's in here. It's all in here. So I know this has been a little bit longer video, but I wanted to tell you the story. I wanted to tell you that I am guiding this right now from my journey and my higher self and my life purpose. And if you want to join me on this journey, we've got, like I've been saying, there are some things coming. I'm going to be launching a fall course that is going to really help you move along on your path. Even if you feel like sometimes it's hopeless, and it's not hopeless. I have a friend right now who's been going through the dark night. I don't believe she's hit bottom yet. I think she thinks she's hit bottom, but she hasn't yet, because at the bottom, you realize that your option is only to surrender over to the life that is naturally yours, that is waiting there, to surrender to, if you believe in God, to surrender over your life to a force and an energy where you're not trying to control everything from your head and your mind and your ego. That's not where it's at. It's all in here, and it's all waiting for you right now. So that's my video for today. I love you so much. If you have questions about the book, I am happy to open the floor to talk about anything you'd like to talk about the dark night, about making it through, about the worst pieces of what happened. It was a 3-year dark night of the soul, and I am alive and well and here to serve you. So I love you. Bye for now.